Okay, gang, so today we're going to continue with classification of solutions. Remember that equations can have actually three types of answers. One, if you can solve for one single answer for x. None, if you can't solve it at all. And infinite, if both sides of the equation are exactly the same. So let's take a look at some more examples. Number 1, 12x minus 8 equals 3 times 4x plus 2. Now, if it winds up being one solution, we are going to actually find that one solution. First, we need to distribute. So we get 12x minus 8 equals 3 times 4x, which is also 12x, and 3 times 2, which is positive 6. Now, right away, by looking at this, you should be able to tell me that it's either none or infinite, not 1. Why not 1? Because the 12x's are exactly the same. If I subtract 12x from both sides, both cancel out. I'm left with negative 8 equals positive 6. Those are not equivalent, so this has no solution. Let's look at the next example. Number 2. Again, we have to distribute first. So we're going to distribute that 1/2. Half of 16x is 8x, and half of 6 is 3, equals 3 plus 8x. Again, just from here, you should be able to tell me if it has one, none, or infinite solutions. To me, it seems pretty clear that's got to be none or infinite because the 8x's are the same. And if I subtract 8x from both sides, I get 3 equals 3. Since those two are exactly the same, that is my hint that this has infinite solutions, and all numbers would be solutions to this equation, would satisfy the equation if put in for x. All right, let's take a look at the next one. Number 3, again, distributing. Let's multiply by 1/4. If I distribute the 1/4, 1/4 of 24 is 24 divided by 4, which is 6x. A fourth of negative 8 is negative 2, equals 8x plus 1. Now, by looking at this right away, you should know that this equation is going to have one solution. Why do I know that? Because the coefficients of x are not the same. So we're going to subtract 6x from both sides, bring down negative 2. We get 2x plus 1. Subtract the constant, so negative 3 equals 2x. Divide by the coefficient, so x equals negative 3/2, which can also be expressed as negative 1.5. One solution. Okay, the one and only solution that will satisfy this equation is negative 1.5. All right, 4, making it a little bit more challenging. So now we have to distribute negative 2. All right, so we get 20 minus negative 2 times 5 is negative 10x, minus, because negative 2 times positive 4 is a negative 8, equals 12 minus 10x. Simplify, 20 minus 8 is 12 minus 10x equals 12 minus 10x. Right there, it should be standing out to you, clear as day. This is either infinite or none. Why do I know that? Because they both have negative 10x. I lost my x, here it is. All right, so since those are the same, it's got to be infinite or none. If I add 10x to both sides, I get 12 equals 12. Therefore, this is infinite. All numbers will satisfy this equation. All right, number 5. Still getting a little bit harder. Take your time when solving these on your own. We're going to distribute the negative 3. Negative 3 times 5x is negative 15x. Negative 3 times negative 9 is positive 27. Plus 4 equals 5x minus 11 plus 3x. Okay, simplifying both sides, put together the like terms. So negative 15x plus 27 and 4 make 31 equals 5x plus 3x, which is 8x minus 11. So right here, you should be able to tell if this is one, none, or infinite just by looking at it. They do not have the same coefficients. So this is solvable and we'll have only one solution. So we're going to add 15x to both sides. We get 31 equals 23x plus minus 11. add 11, we get 42 equals 23x. Divide by 23, and we get a not so pretty number. We could leave it as 42 over 23, or we could use our calculator. 42 divided by, clear, is 1.82608. Not very nice. We could even make it a mixed number. 23 goes into 42 once, then 42 minus 23 is 19, so it would be 1 and 19/23. Point here being, though, there is only one solution. The only number that will satisfy this equation is 1 and 19/23. Okay. So I'm going to do one more problem with you, a little bit more challenging. We have to distribute this negative 18. Negative 18 times a third is like doing negative 18 divided by 3. So we get negative 6x. Then negative 18 times negative 2 is positive 36 equals negative 6x plus 36. And right here, clear as day, you should be able to tell me whether this is 1, none, or infinite. You should be able to see that the coefficients are exactly the same. So now it's only infinite or none. Let's put those coefficients together on opposite sides by adding 6x. And we get 36 equals 36. Since those are exactly the same, that means that this is going to have infinite solutions, and any number will satisfy that equation. All right, so hopefully you're getting even more familiar with how to distinguish whether an equation has one, none, or infinite solutions. So you're going to go through and do 7 through 12 on your own. You're going to compare with students in your group, check with me to make sure you've got it right before moving on to today's exit ticket and homework.